All right, let's talk chalk pastels. Hopefully you have your chalk pastel skills paper ready. First thing I want to show you is that chalk pastels can get really dirty, and one way to clean them is to just take a paper towel and kind of clean them off that way, just to get some of the color that you don't want on these chalk pastels, particularly your white color. So you can keep them pretty clean, but they will get a little messy as you're using them. So the first technique is blending. Chalk pastels are great for blending. So pick two colors that are close together on the color wheel, something like an orange and a yellow, or a blue and a green. And we will do a little bit of layering here in the middle, but really what I want you to do is to carefully take your finger and blend the color. Now, you don't want to always blend your colors, but they are really, really good for blending. The next technique I want you to do is small lines. So sometimes you don't want to have this smooth effect here. You might want to have an effect with little lines. Maybe you're making a starry night and you want to get that kind of Van Gogh look with these little lines, and you can kind of layer these little lines on top of each other. This is also a good way to get a good grass texture. Okay, next in line is hatching and cross hatching. You've probably seen this before. Sometimes with shading you can use little lines to shade. So I'm going to do my hatching here. This is a nice way to get a good value. And I'll use this lighter color. You can kind of see my cross hatching. So I want it to be a little bit of a darker value. Now these, if you want to keep this look, you would not blend it. But you can do these techniques on top of an area that's blended if you wanted. And then you'll get those details on top. All right, the next technique is side mark. So I would use a smaller chalk pastel piece for this. You're just gonna use the side of your chalk pastel and you're gonna fill in an area, okay? You can also layer doing this. What does it look like when you layer a different color on top? Okay, try that. Okay, next is feathering. Feathering is kind of similar to small lines. It involves kind of coloring in an area and then layering a little bit on top. And you're sort of going from one to the next. It's a little more controlled than the small lines that I did. And then lastly is drawing. So you can simply draw maybe some pattern designs with your chalk pastel. These ones, if you want them to show, I don't recommend that you blend them, okay? So try to fill in your area, choose different colors, and just do some simple drawing. Mine is very abstract. I'm not drawing anything particular, okay? This also looks nice on top of blended areas to keep some detail areas. All right, now it's your turn.